Hello, everyone. Let's. How we doing? Hello, Amos. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Chidima. Hello, Obayemi. Hello, Golden. How's everyone doing? Hello, Wabweze. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. You can see me, right? Hi, Ngozi. How are you? You're very, 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 very welcome. Can you all hear me? Can you see me and can you hear me? Please confirm. You can see me, you can hear me. All right, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hi, Eric. Hi, Stephen. All right, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let us proceed. I don't want to waste a lot of time. All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. We'll be looking at, this is called the Business Structure Webinar, and today we'll be looking at how to build a business that will last for at least 20 years. Even if you've never gone to any business school, even if you've not managed a big business before. Okay, now I know that this isn't the first time you've heard someone talk about building a business or structure or business growth. You've even tried out some programs and solutions from other consultants and coaches, but you probably might not have gotten the results that you wanted. I mean, there's so much information out there that is available, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. I understand where you're coming from, and I get it truly. My desire today is just to do things differently. I know all you want to do is to build that, incredible business of your dreams. All I'll do today is just to show you how to make that happen, okay? Now, this conversation today is for two kinds of people. Business owners who have just started, and have little or no management experience whatsoever. You just started your business and you've not really worked anywhere. You don't have any management experience anywhere. My intention is to show you how companies work so you can build your own into a company. Then also, if you're a business owner who has training, knowledge, or management experience, but you don't have the time to implement in your business, okay, then this class is for you. I have two goals today. I want to show you that the only way to build a business that will last for 20 years and beyond is through business structure. And the only way to build a business structure is by what we call business building blocks. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold, but we'll get by. It's through what we call business building blocks, okay? Now, let me talk a little about me. My name is Nnamdi Ibe. I'm an entrepreneur and certified business consultant. I own, co-own, and run 4 businesses, and I'm invested in a few others. Now, I will mention just a few of these. So we have Grace Capital. Grace Capital is a micro lending company where we give loans, particularly to traders and business owners. Okay, we only give loans to traders, okay, small loans to traders. And then there is Excel and Grace Integrated Services, which is an oil servicing company, which is an oil and gas servicing company where we provide simple services and solutions to oil stream companies, okay? And then we have Excel and Grace Consulting, where we help business owners build structured companies to manage their businesses and make mad profits. I also happen to be senior partner at Excel and Grace Consulting. So let me tell you a bit about this. So my journey into business and all of this started in Ariaria Market. Ariaria Market is in Aba. Aba is in Abia State in southeastern Nigeria. I know I have people from Ghana who are here, so I'm trying to make that qualification, and other parts of the world. And so my journey started in Aba. I was a fresh graduate. I had just finished from my exams in university. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I had no job prospects because I studied environmental engineering. And at the time, there was really no guarantee of anything, no connections. It was just me. All that was available to me was to go work for a cousin of mine who owned a pharmacy business. Now, before I had come to work for him, he had a nasty accident some months before, and his legs, he did some surgery, and his legs were in POP. He couldn't run the business, and since I was the only one who was available, I had to plunge in. Now, I accepted to do this business because I really wanted to be somebody. I really wanted to prove that I could be somebody, somebody who mattered. And from what I had observed over time, business people were quite successful and gained respect. So here I was making no money. I had no experience in business or even in pharmacy. And my cousin couldn't really teach me so much because he was handicapped. And I felt, that inadequacy, you just feel like you're not enough. I felt inadequate because I had made some mistakes, growing up. Family saw me in a particular way and all of that. I was so afraid that I was going to mess it up. I mean, what did I know about running a business? Now, this pharmacy that my cousin owned was a major supplier of drugs and medical equipment to NLNG, that's Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Company, NLNG Bonny, and oil servicing companies in Nigeria. A large percentage of the drugs that we supplied to NLNG came from Aba and some from Onitsha. The remaining we imported. Now, these guys, these business owners who we bought from in Aba, were very unorganized. There were mistakes in packaging, invoices were poorly supplied, sometimes products would be missing. Everything was so disorganized, and their business were built around the owner of the business. And so LNG had steady requests from the pharmacy asking for drugs expeditiously, quickly. But because of all this mess, NLNG we were missing orders, taking 3, 4, 5 days, to meet deliveries, and we were almost losing our contracts. So one day during one of the supplies, I decided to pay close attention to how things were done in NLNG, from how the cars were parked to how you sign in. I just noticed that there was a pattern to how things were done. It was moving from point A to point B to point C. So I just decided to just take notes. Anytime I came there, I'll take notes. I will observe what is happening, how payments were done, how they were talking to customers, how staff interacted with each other. I just took notes. Now, my plan was to take the lessons I had learned and teach them to those business owners in Aba. So I created a few things like packaging plans, order plans, product confirmation ideas and stuff. And I began to teach those business owners in Aba. And some of them implemented it and it began to work. In fact, it worked so well that I went from making one delivery in 3 to 5 days to 2 deliveries a day. And in some cases, I even did 3 deliveries in a day. Now, fast forward to about 2 years later, I started my own businesses and I made a mistake. I began to run my business unconsciously like those business owners in Aba before I interacted with them. Everything revolved around me. There was no pattern. Everything was based on how I felt, even pricing. You just look at the product. I think I was selling, that first business was, let me not go into details for now, but even pricing was done, according to how I felt. Too many emotions. That business failed. I started the second business. I think that was selling bags and shoes and something like that. That one also failed. I started a third one, which I really, really loved, and it started to fail. In fact, I got to a point where I was almost shutting it down and I started looking for a job. And so in trying to get up my documents and my CV to look for a job, I was searching for something in my wardrobe and I found my notes from that NLNG time. And I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. I picked one idea from there and I tried it in my business that was failing and it worked. I picked another idea, tried it in my business and it worked. I picked a third one and it worked. Now, while all of this was happening, I ran into a friend of mine who was having some issues in his business also. So I just shared casually one idea to him. And then about a month later, he calls me and asks for my number, for my account details. And he sends me 100,000 naira, which was the equivalent of about, now it's the equivalent of about 200 and something dollars. But then it's well, a little more than that. When he sent that money into my account way back when, I knew I was onto something. So I began to study. I began to take courses. I began to perfect those building, what I call, the systems of how businesses were run into what we call currently the business building blocks, which helps businesses become structured. Now, in over my 1 decade of consulting, my team and I have worked with and structured over 500 businesses that are doing brilliantly well. And we use these business building blocks to do it. And it's the same system that we use at Excel and Grace Integrated, Excel and Grace Consulting, Grace Capital, and all the other businesses that I own. Now, here's the best part of this whole conversation. I have time for my family and other aspects of my life, including things like traveling and speaking engagements. I'm in Abuja currently for a program that is holding tomorrow. And it's exciting to be able to just leave your businesses and go away and do some other things that you would say you're passionate about. I'm also more confident because I'm sure that certain things can happen in my businesses with or without me. And I get to choose when I want to show up. Now, you're probably asking me, I know you don't intend to start a pharmacy or a consulting business, or you don't intend to build your own NLNG or anything, but my intention is to show you here that business structure works no matter your kind of business. Remember, I talked about those people in Aba. They were able to put in some things in their business and it worked. Business structure works no matter your kind of business. Whether you're the only person in your business, whether there are 5 people in your business, whether there are 10 people, it doesn't matter. Their business structure works. What most people do is they start businesses, hire staff, and hope that the business works. This is difficult to do because people, human beings, are so unpredictable and managing them is very difficult. But with business structure helps you manage a system and then helps you select the right people that would run that system. Now, that you can control. Okay? Now, this just hasn't just worked for me. This has worked for other people. This young man here, his name is Igodalu. Okay? He owns Bamboo Real Estate. Now, his Bamboo Real Estate, his real estate company was his dream. Igo has, till now, he still has remarkable, mind-blowing dreams. And these dreams propel him to work so hard. So he was working so hard by himself, giving his all, making the sales, doing so much. You know that excitement when the passion is still strong. One day, because he was doing all these things by himself, he fell sick and was admitted in the hospital. From all indications, the doctors told him that he was stressed. Now, because he was admitted, he lost transactions running into 8 figures. And for somebody who is so intentional and passionate about his business, he felt like his dream was slipping away. And because he was worried, his blood pressure continued to rise. And he was always dissatisfied with how his people were doing things. Now, we finally got in contact with him, to some 1 or 2 recommendations, and we used the business building blocks to help him structure his business. Now, currently, he has 3 branches in Nigeria and is working on spreading quickly. This is a screenshot from a post he made in April. And he says, we put in the work so you don't have to for all your real estate needs. Talk to us at Bamboo Real Estate Limited. I am glad to be back at our Port Harcourt office. So he is now able to move around and build other things because he has a structure in his business. Okay. Now, what we are going to cover in this webinar today is number one, how to build a company that works well, like a brand new, in Nigeria, we say tear-rubber car. You know, when you buy a brand new car, as soon as you start, everything is working very well. We're going to cover that. We're going to look at the simple secret, billionaire businessman, Nigerian businessman, Otedola, the simple secret he uses to run his businesses and how you too can use it. And then we're also going to talk briefly on the staffing problem. With me so far? All right, so let's go on. How do you build a business? How to build a company that works well, like a brand new tear-rubber car? Okay, so we had run our company, Excel and Risk Consulting, for a couple of years, and we were doing quite well. But we noticed that there are a lot of business owners, especially SMEs, complaining about different things. But one major problem they had was funding, money. How could they find money to expand their businesses? And so, since we had some money with us, we decided to start up a micro lending company as an extension of Excel and Risk Consulting, and we assigned one person to manage it. Now, this was a huge mistake. If you notice, I am sharing a lot of personal stories because what we do is based on our experience. These things happen to me and my companies. Okay, this was a huge mistake on our part because there were too many moving parts. Client appointments were being missed, loan dates were overstaying. Sometimes you will not be able to account for certain things. This is even us as a consulting company. Until finally we decided to just treat this business separately. And we used the business building blocks to set up structure for that business, even though it was still just one person in the business. And the business performed remarkably better than it was doing. Today, Grace Capital has its own office and runs with its own team. What I have learned over the years is that designing a business structure is not difficult if you have the building blocks. Okay, the hard part is the implementation. To execute all the things that are required, that need to be done in the business. Building a company requires that you define exactly what you're building. What's the intention, so that you can build the company, the team, to be able to manage and follow your plans, follow your steps to deliver the results you promised your customers. Now, this only didn't happen in Grace Capital. This is a picture from us some years ago. Professor Idusi is an orthopedic surgeon in the US, and he had a hospital in Benin called City of Hope Hospital. Now, he always thought that business would not be profitable because he wasn't in Nigeria. Okay, and in fact, for 7 years before we even came into the picture, every month he sent money from the US to pay salaries of the hospital in Benin. And so when we came into the picture, we helped structure the business. After structuring the business, we even did trainings for the staff. And 1 month, this is somebody who had every month was sending money from the US to his business in Nigeria. 1 month after we had worked with him, he received money from us, from the company, from the hospital, for the first time as dividends from the hospital. So business structure it's a remarkable thing if you are able to put it in your business. Okay, now and it can work for any business: real estate, restaurants, salons, supermarkets, online businesses, consultants, lock-up shops, fashion businesses. The principles of business structure remain the same. Now you're probably thinking, all right, so these people, if you tell Excel and Risk Consulting to come help you do this, will they have time for you? We have a team of consultants who dedicate somebody to help you do yours in your business. You might be thinking, okay, good and well, my business is not too techy, or I'm not too techy. Everything is still analog. We first of all do things. Business structure works manually first before you can automate it. So that's not a problem. You may be thinking also, well, most of my employees are not educated or they are poorly educated. It doesn't matter. The same system, the same way things work in getting people to move from point A to point B, even if you have the most uneducated people, business structure will still work in your business. Okay. Now, I have shown you that business structure works and is the foundation for building a legacy business. But I want to answer one important question. What then is business structure? Business structure is organizing your business. Business structure is please, you can type this in the comment section and share it. Business structure is organizing your business. It is getting consistent results through orders. It is getting consistent results through orders. Business structure is you ensuring that whether you are there or not, your level of performance, your level of excellence, your level of results is produced every single time, whether it is only you that is in the business or whether there are other people. Now, that is business structure. Business structure is also the same thing as setting up a company to run your business. What's a company? A company is a group of people who coordinate their work towards one common objective. Just one common objective. Now, imagine you go to a supermarket and you want to buy an apple. When you get into that supermarket, you see that the apple is well arranged and is right in front of you. A company is everyone and everything that worked in a balanced order to make sure that when you were ready to get that apple, it was there. That's a company. And so business structure is replacing you or replacing how things are done with a company. Okay, and a company is a group of people who coordinate their work to produce a common result. Okay, now in building a business structure, you need to use the business building blocks. What are those business building blocks? Number one block is you. I like to call this the champion because you are the chief vision bearer of this business. Now, this is important because you can kill your business. How you see things, how you operate, how you run things can kill your business. So imagine, for example, that you know how to drive a tricycle and all of a sudden you're given a truck to drive. You cannot take the same principles of driving a tricycle to drive a truck. No. So how you see things, how you run things will affect your business. What do you see for the business? What's your vision? Where is the business going? Exactly what kind of business are you building? That's the first building block for a business structure. The second block is your team. Here we're saying who is needed. Which staff do you need to give life to that vision? Okay. In what department will they function? How will they report to the order? We call that an organogram. In our system, we call it a functional organogram, which is where we are not just assigning accountants. No, we have clearly defined each function everybody will handle. In the block 2, there's also a staff overhaul. So let's assume you have some employees. Who should work where? And why should that person work there? Who needs to leave? Who should come in? Who should be trained? Who should be upskilled? All of that is built around block 2, which is your team. Okay. The third block is performance evaluation for the business, that is for your business, and for your employees. How do you measure results in your business to know if you're making progress? How do you know your staff are delivering the results that matter in your business? So performance evaluation is the third building block. The fourth block is business processes. Business processes, this is how we do marketing. This is how we do recruitment. This is how we do procurement. This is how we do inventory. This is how we do accounting. This is how we do customer service. steps that govern how things are done in your business. That is the fourth building block. The fifth building block is problem solving. Now, is there a pattern for solving problems in your business? If there is no pattern, it means that anytime there are problems, everybody is looking for you to solve the problem. But if there's a system, a simple way for problem solving, your team can use that block, that problem solving system, to manage the problems themselves, even without you. Okay, that's block number 5. Number 6, your information management. I hope you can all hear me. All right. I hope you can all hear me. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. Someone says the picture quality is not too bright, but let's go on for now. Block 6 is information management. Information management is your business. Your key responsibility as the business owner is making decisions. Now, if you don't have the right information that matters, you will be making the wrong decisions. So how do you gather and manage and store the data about your business? Sales data, customer data, bookkeeping data. How are those informations collected, gathered, saved, and easily accessed? And then block number 7 is your regulation. So here, regulation, we're talking about regulation and compliance, government policies and regulations. We're talking tax. We're talking things like annual returns. We're talking about the registration of your business. We're talking about company policies. You must be intentional about making sure that you follow through with regulations. You might be able to evade for some time, but eventually you will be caught. And when the government holds on to you, you will just find out that they can make things very difficult for you. So these are the 7 business building blocks used to create a structured company. I hope this is making sense. All right, let's proceed. Let's move on to the second thing I want to share today, the second secret. Now, it's the simple secret billionaire businessman Otedola, who is a Nigerian, uses to run his businesses, and how you can use it too. Now, the first part is designing the structure. The second part is managing the structure. Okay. Now, let me show you how Otedola does it in his own business. Now, a few years ago, I think that was last year or 2 years ago, Otedola posted this on Twitter, and he said Sunday. He said he was on a 6-week summer vacation, and somebody goes and says, "You're always on a vacation, sir. Do you even go to work?" And he replies, "As an entrepreneur, my role is to ensure that I hire a competent team to run my business affairs without my physical presence, and a business that also outlives me." Now, this is the key area. This is the secret. Mine is to nurture the team. That's the that's the secret. Mine is to nurture the team. While there are many lessons to be learned from his life, what I want you to appreciate is this secret. You don't need to be an expert at business to manage a great business or to manage a company. You just need to be an expert at people. You just need to be an expert at managing people. You just need to be an expert at leading people. Many of us as business owners, I hope you know that CEO does not guarantee that you have actually become a leader. Some of us, one of the major issues we may be having is that people don't want to follow us because we don't know how to lead. Okay, so your job, the secret here is to be an expert at managing people, because if you create the structure and can't lead the people, it becomes a problem. Now, this isn't just for Otedola. Let me tell you a story about Ini Akpan. So Ini owns, her company is SW Advantage. It's a book editing and publishing company. Now, Ini suffers from sickle cell anemia. And so you can imagine how crazy those moments get. Now, in trying to run her business, she noticed that the stress was amplifying her crisis and all those things. And so she was really, truly struggling. And so we worked with her to structure her business and set up the building blocks for her business because she truly wanted to build a legacy business. Her plan is to build something that will outlive her. And now that business has a team of people who can do everything that she can do in her business. Everything. So whenever she has a crisis or not, her business is still running. All she knows, where she spent her energy, because we coached her on that also, is to be able to help the people that she has put in there by leading them effectively. And so, as long as you can lead one person, you can manage your business effectively. Okay? With me so far? Anybody, the lesson here, the secret here is anybody can build a great business, including you. And you don't need to be the smartest person to build a great business. You just need to be able to lead the smartest people you can find. Okay? All right. The third thing I want to talk about is where and how to find great staff. So, yes, we have agreed that we can build a structure for the business, and then the CEO can increase their capacity and become better at leading people. But where do you even find these people so that we can lead them? Okay, this is a major issue, a major thing, which many Nigerian business owners complain about. Even in Ghana, we have clients in Ghana and in Kenya who keep complaining about looking for the difficulty of finding great staff. So let me ask a question. Are there still good spouses? Are there still where did you find your husband? Where did you find your wife? Do you still believe that they are good people to marry? Are there perfect spouses? If we believe that there are still some good people, good husbands, good wives, where do we find these people? Where did you find your wife? Where did you find your husband? Tell me. You can drop a comment and tell me. Now, I found my wife in a bar. My friend met his wife at my wedding. I have another friend who met his wife in a church. I know someone who met his wife in a police station. My point is, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. Good staff, the same way good spouses are everywhere, because those potential spouses are potential employees to all of us. There are good staff everywhere. You can find them, hire them, and keep them in your business. You just need to be able to build your business to attract them, groom them, and retain them. That's the issue. You need to be able to attract them, groom them, and retain them. Your business needs to be attractive. Why should they leave company A and come and work for you? Why should they stay with you in your company for 2 years or 3 years? What's in it for them? That there is the secret to finding, keeping, and retaining good staff. Okay? Now, let me ask you a question. Looking at what I have shared so far, let us assume that you've been able to you can install a business structure in your business now. Okay? And then you learned how to manage the structure the same way Billionaire Otedola does and INI that I described. You learned how to manage that. Okay? And then thirdly, you also know how to find, hire, and keep great staff. Would your business do better? Do you think your business will do better? Okay. Drop in the comment section. Yes, I want to know. Would your business do better? Yes, I can see some people saying yes, yes, yes. So I'd like to ask you to just give me 10 minutes. Let me show you how my team and I can help you set up a business structure for your business. Okay. Now, if we work with you, we're going to I know that some of the things that I'm sharing so far, even though it's exciting, but it feels a little bit overwhelming. Let me just spend a little time to share with you how we can do this. Okay. We're going to, in 6 weeks, using our business building blocks, the plan is to work with you for 6 weeks and structure your business. So we'll design the structure and execute it in your business for 6 weeks. Now, this is how it's going to run. In the first week, we're going to do a staff and business audit. This is where we're going to do a thorough review of the current staff that you have and your business, your books, whatever, even if there are no books, we'll do a thorough audit of everything to identify all the issues and problems that exist. The next thing we'll do is to create a clear vision for your business. We'll work with you on that. We'll create a clear vision for your business. We'll prepare the organogram, prepare all the departments and etc. that are required. By week 3, we'll help you identify the staff needed. We'll prepare their job descriptions. We'll prepare key KPIs, key performance indicators. This is how performance will be measured. We'll realign staff. Who is supposed to be here? Who isn't here? Who do we replace? Who do we let go of? All of that will be done by week 3, and then we'll do recruitment where necessary. By the 4th week, we'll be going into business processes. Okay, so all the major business processes that you need, we'll design them and make them available for installation in your business. By week 5, depending on the package that you select, we will be implementing these key business processes. Here we're talking accounting, we're talking inventory, we're talking about things like marketing processes. Those ones will make sure that they are implemented in your system. And then by week 6, we'll be doing a review of everything that has been done to make sure it's working well, so that, and then we modify. Okay. Sorry. Now, what I have just described for you is what we did for Madam Ayo, who owns Stacy Cakes in Ghana. And her story really excites me. She's in her 60s and her business has taken so much. In fact, I'm going to be in Ghana by August, I think, and that'll be the first time that I met her, meet her. We worked with her virtually. So business structure can happen virtually, in person, it doesn't matter. This is Chima, he's a real estate business owner in Port Harcourt also. So what I described for you, these are two of the many people we've set up this 6 weeks business structure program for in their businesses. Okay. And I want to remind you, as I discussed this, that if you're a business owner who just started, or you're already successful and want to scale, this business structure solution is for you. Now, if you're also a business owner who has training, maybe you're a coach, you're a consultant, you have experience in managing businesses, but you don't have the time to implement in your business, this solution would also work for you. And your location doesn't matter. Okay. Now, this business structure solution, my team and I working with you to structure your business, the value of everything we're going to do is $2,000, which is about 1.1 million naira. I said value. I didn't say that's how much you pay, but this is the value, because everything we are putting into this is, wow. I wish I could put it into words, but it's so loaded that people have even asked us why we charge, this price. Why the value is so loaded. Okay. Now, that's the first thing that you will get if you decide that we should structure your business for you. You will also get, as part of this package, the following tools and templates. You get a job description template. So even when we've gone, you'll be able to define the actual work every employee in your business will do at any time. You will get KPI and performance evaluation templates. You will be able to know if your employees are delivering results that matter. You would also be able to know if your business is making progress using those templates that we'll provide. You also get, I love this particular tool, you will get are business letters. This will help you get rid of all the stress of writing business letters and emails and all whatnot. All of that will be removed. The headache will that whole headache is out from your head. Okay. Then you also get the template of all the business structures that we've created. So you can, and then a template for creating your own processes so that you can easily get things done effectively, consistently, and refer back to it again. And then, of course, you get company policies, an employee handbook, all of this put together. You'll be able to define how you want your staff to behave with this particular tool. Now, depending on the packages you choose, you will also get accounting solutions, you get inventory solutions, and you get customized marketing processes. Now, all of these put together, would save you money, because you imagine how much it will cost you to pay a HR person to prepare job descriptions for all your staff. Imagine how much money it will cost you to get an accounting firm to come and look at all those things. So with these tools, you save money, you save time, because you can get to do things quickly. For example, you need to give somebody a query. You don't need to start typing the query. You just take the template and you implement. And then you save energy, because there's no need to stress yourself. It's a lot easier to get things done. Okay. Now, the tools and the templates, the value of those tools and templates is $1,000, which is about 550,000 naira. You're still with me? All right, that's good. That's not all you will get. There's more. Now, you would also get a CEO's masterclass one-on-one. This is where we teach you how to lead the new business that we've created. This is where we teach you how to lead yourself, how to be a better business leader. And we do it one-on-one, so it's just for you. Okay? Now, this masterclass, the value of this masterclass is $1,000, and is exclusively for you. Okay? But that's not all. Now, you also get an unsackable staff system. Now, this unsackable staff system allows you to be able to hire, to select, hire, and keep remarkable employees. Imagine what that would do to your business. You have a clear system to hire, groom, and retain remarkable, unsackable staff. This system is named after a book I released last year called Unsackable. And yes, you get 1 or 2 copies if you in the unsackable staff system. Okay. Now, that unsackable staff system is valued at $800. Now, the total value of this package is $4,800. That's 2.6 million naira. I'm not asking you to pay that, but that's the value of everything that we've put in there. Now, I want to ask you a question. If business structure was in your business now, do you think being able to remove the stress of business structure from your business, of not having a structure from your business, imagine how much relief you would feel? I'm not going to charge you $4,800 or 2.6 million naira, but think about it. If you had the right structure, the right team, and could effectively lead them, how much do you think you'll be able to make in your business? Assuming you had the right business structure today, you had the right team, and you could lead them, how much do you think you can make in your business today? How much is that worth to you? Just think about it for a second. Now, I'm not asking you to pay that. You won't pay this. If you want this package, if you want us to help you structure your business, this is what you will pay. This is the price. And this is for the basic package. Okay, it's $1,500. That's about $750, 750,000 naira. Okay, and this is for the basic package. Now, let me share something as we discuss this. There's a guarantee that I'm giving you. My guarantee is this: if we work with you for 6 weeks to structure your business, and you cannot travel for 1 week without the business needing you, we will refund you 100% of your money, no questions asked. If you cannot travel after we have structured your business for 1 week without the business needing you, we will refund you 100% of your money without even an explanation. And then secondly, there's a payment plan that allows you to be able to still run your business while the business is still getting structured. We will not totally disrupt operations while that is happening. However, it allows you a little bit of flexibility to structure while you still do things, while things are still moving on. Okay. So this is everything that you would get if we structure your business. Okay. You would get the business structure designed and set up by our team done for you in 6 weeks. You get the tools and the templates. You get the CEO's masterclass. And then you get the unsackable staff system. Now, I'm going to throw in this bonus right away. The first 5 people who sign up and take up this package, my team and I will recruit 1 unsackable staff for each of you. The first 5 people is only for those 5 people. Okay, so if you want to take up this package, if you want to learn how to, if you want us to do this for you in your business, okay, I'm going to drop a link in the WhatsApp group, or you send us a message on WhatsApp and we will respond. I'll give you a link to a Google form. It's a very 3-4 lines only. You just put your details there so that we can attend to everybody one-on-one. I would call you personally. I would personally call you and have a conversation with you, answer all your questions, and show you the packages so that we can get started in structuring your business. So I'll be dropping that link in the WhatsApp group, and or you can also send us a message so that we can share all these ideas with you. I'm going to say, let me stop here so that I can take on questions. How's that? All right, so if there are any questions, we can I'm trying to, good, I can see a lot of people are still here. So yeah, I can see a lot of questions. I'm going to answer them. Just give me a second. Okay, someone is saying, is this not too much for a beginner? It is not. It is not. I'll give you a practical example. If you truly want to build a legacy business, it's going to be a sacrifice for you. You're going to have to make a sacrifice. This isn't something that you would joke with. Okay, you've got to tell yourself that you want to do this and do this effectively. And if that's going to happen, then you need to accept that you would need to invest in your business. It's an investment. Okay, it's an investment. Okay, I'm seeing some questions here and I'm going to answer them. Any experience with schools to share, especially fees collection? See, if there are multiple, Eric, I'm talking to you, there are multiple processes that would help you set up a system for collecting your fees. I would, if you sign up for this program, we would work with you one-on-one to address those things. We've done that for a couple of schools in Nigeria. The issue isn't really, the issue is being able to, let me read this properly. The issue is being able to, from the beginning, design a system that makes it beneficial for the parents to pay their fees. Okay, so let me see. Please drop your questions so that I can answer them. I just joined. I hope the lecture will be downloadable later. It would still be available on YouTube. Okay. Agagu is asking, how do you do this for a sole proprietorship? Whether there are 10 people in your business or whether it's only you, the principles remain the same. Okay. Business structure would work whether it is one person or whether it is 10 people. Okay. So I'll advise that you don't think of it in that regard. Business structure would work for you whether it is one person, whether it is 10 people. I remember I talked about Grace Capital, where we created that structure for them, for the business, Grace Capital, that we own. I talked about how it was one person in the business, but we still created a structure for them. So business structure works whether it is only you or not. Okay. How do you structure a school business? The principles remain the same, Yusuf. The principles of business structure for a school remain the same. It is getting clear about the vision, then using the business building blocks to structure the business. I suggest that you take advantage of this business structure offer, okay? And let us help you do that. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I'm looking for questions. Please ask me questions. Okay. All right, they are coming in. They are coming in. One of my challenges as a beginner is the ability to prevent theft while I'm away. Please bear with me in mind. My business is a drugstore. How do you come in? So, Gideon, the process is simple. The business processes will make it difficult for anybody to steal. Okay, there will be checks and balances. There will be checking those who are checking. So I suggest, you remember we talked about inventory. We talked to when there's a sales management system, there's an inventory system, there's checking the checkers. The structure makes it impossible for anybody to steal from your business. Okay. What if my entire capital is not even up to this cost? So Ogunsaya, well, if you're still at that micro level, then send a message to me on from the WhatsApp group. Send a message to me. I'll drop my direct line. If you're still in that micro level, just send me a message. There's a solution that we can give you that would help. Okay, if you're still at the micro level. Okay, so someone is asking, this thing just hung on about 8 minutes behind. Can you guys hear me? Someone is saying the thing just hung. Is it? I hope you can still hear me. The challenge is getting people to believe in your vision. Everyone is interested in what they are getting in the meantime for themselves. So, Prince, the challenge isn't getting people to believe in your vision. The vision was given to only you. The vision was given to only you. So don't expect any other person to believe in your vision. Joseph's dreams in the Bible caused him problem because he shared it with a lot of people. The vision is yours. With the unsackable staff system that we talked about, you will be able to create an employee program that allows people to join your business and follow their own visions. They will attach their own personal visions to your business. So they know that even though what they are, that achieving success for themselves has to be through your business. And that's what is inside the unsackable staff system. Okay, so they don't necessarily need to believe in your vision. They just need to have a vision for themselves and use that, attach that their vision to your business. Edmond Chukwu says he didn't get the prize. The prize is, the basic package is 750,000 naira, which is $1,500. Okay. Gloria Achibong says it was an eye-opening session, I must say, but I'm thinking the cost is on the high side and should be reviewed downwards, as a lot of people are struggling on their own without support from anywhere. Gloria, what I can say is this: good things require you to invest. If it means you have to pay twice, go ahead and do it. If it means you have to pay to make the investment, just figure out how you can make the investment. If you're still at the minute level, there's a simple solution that we can do that will help you that. But I strongly suggest that we take up this business, because if you truly want to build an empire, okay, there needs to be a change in how you see things. There's no small business in my book. There's nothing like a small business. There's nothing like a starter. You know why? The principles of business work whether you're a small business or whether you're a big business. If you take your money and go and pay into the bank and you tell the cashier you're a small business, do they put you in a separate line? When the tax people come to your place to ask you a question, do they put you in a separate line? The principles of business remain the same, okay? How does this work for a church and pastoral ministry? Dio, the same principles is the same. What's the vision? Who is needed? And how will processes run? Okay? Daniel is asking, can these lectures be dropped in our emails for reference? I will see what I can do. Apapa says, do you make a business structure for modern digital and data? Of course, yes, that's very possible. We've done that for a couple of IT companies. So come around, we can do that for you. Chidima says, mine is very micro. That's fine. Your problem solving package, does it take into consideration unforeseen? So Lamley, the thing is this: every day, your job as a business owner is to solve problems. Your job in the business is to solve problems. Problems will keep coming up. How are those problems solved? What's the process for addressing problems? And so we will create that when your business is structured. Anytime a problem comes, okay? Abubakar says loud and clear. What about new business to be set up? What's the payment package? It's the same thing. Ambi Joseph is the same thing, okay? Ogunsaya, thank you. Titilayo says, thanks for the time. It's valuable. Please, which book can you recommend on business process? I can't think of anyone right now. Send me a message. I'll make one or two recommendations, but it's more of a course than a book for me. I took a couple of courses on that, and it's something I have practiced. So that's what I would say. Princess, we need to talk privately. Sure, I'll be here. Abubakar said, I think for us in the micro, can the package be divided into milestones, like 3 parts where you can pay for? So Abubakar, I suggest you set up, I'll drop the link, fill the form. When we have this conversation, we'll know how the payment packages can be divided so that it's easy for you. Oladapo is asking, how can this work without funding? And that's the major reason why many businesses fail. Funding is not the major reason why many businesses fail. Lack of structure is the reason why a lot of them fail. Because structure allows you to document your progress step by step. There are so many investors looking for where to put money, including myself. I'm consistently looking for new businesses to put in money. But the reason, it's a bit difficult is many of these businesses, even at the micro level, don't even have books. There's zero structure. And so investing becomes a bit difficult. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to drop the replay will be made available. I'm going to drop the link for you to book, because there's a waiting list. I can already see 4 people have sent messages. Let me check. 4 people have already sent messages wanting the details of the form. Yeah, I can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, have already sent messages. So the first 5 people, we will do recruitment for them for free, for 1 staff on the house. Okay, so send a message and let's take the conversation from there. I had a wonderful time for doing this with all of you. And the group, I would try not to make the group too like a marketplace, but whatever issues that you have, you can raise them. I would respond. I will open the group a bit so that some conversations can happen, but I'm going to drop the link so that you can book your spot. Okay. Nkoyo Umo is asking, message